The man with the answer is Rob McLean.
All Dundee United need at the moment is two central defenders suspended. Jason DeVos and Jim Laughlin are out. David Hanna's back in the starting lineup for the first time in 6 matches, and Frenchman John Lechina comes in too. Lechina teams up with David Partridge in central defence, and Jamie Buchan drops back from midfield to play sweeper. New arrival Jamie Fullerton is a sub, but Hanna and Craig Easton are key players in midfield, as is Charlie Miller, formerly of Rangers, more recently of Watford, who's back in Scottish football to try to kick-start his career. The return of player manager Ivano Bonetti is the only change to the Dundee team. It's his second derby in charge. He certainly enjoyed the first one. The inclusion of Bonetti means there's no Patricio Bilio in the lineup, otherwise it's the team which lost 2-1 at home to Hibs last Sunday. Juan Sara, who scored a hat-trick against United in September, is on the bench. 4 Scots in the starting 11, Barry Smith and Stephen Tweed in defence, Gavin Ray back in favour in midfield, and Willie Faulkner, who hopes Claudio Caniggia is not too overawed at being his strike partner. The referee at Tannadice is Hugh Dallas. As far as football fans on Tayside go, you can keep your Old Firm match, you can forget the Edinburgh Derby. This is the one that matters for them, and it can certainly mean a lot to these two at the moment. Both sides struggling for form, and in particular, of course, Dundee United rooted to the bottom of the SPL. Looked like a push in Faulkner, fast and furious is the opening to this one. No surprise there. And a corner kick inside the first minute of the match. It's Joffrey to take it. Stephen Tweed at the far side, taking no chances, doing the marking job on John Lechina, and Tweed happy that was out of harm's way. Charlie Miller with the second corner kick for United. That's a brilliant effort from Miller, and a good stop by Marco Roccati in his third game as Dundee goalkeeper. He couldn't really have been expecting this from Miller, and a reflex save from the former Bologna #1. Again, pressure on Roccati, had it, and juggled it, and grabbed it again, and David Partridge making his presence felt in a welcome sort of way, and Hugh Dallas quickly in to try to sort things out. A lot of feeling between these two teams, going back a long way, and despite the United Nations involvement, they know all about the rivalry. They may just be neighbours across the road, but they love to get one over on the opposition. Quillen against Morocco. Well timed. Atangana looking for the corner kick and getting it. Four in the box, 3 just outside for United. In from Joffrey. Flipped away by DeMarchi. Another corner kick conceded, this time on the other side. Miller tries the short corner again. Here's a chance for John Lechina. He'll be disappointed with that attempt on goal. He was well picked out, not really picked up, and that was a chance for Dundee United. Good ball into the box, and it was a pretty harmless header. Artero leaves it to Smith. Good run by Javier Artero, has a look, in for Caniggia! Great chance! And one you would have expected him to have taken. A decent save from Alan Combs, spread himself in front of Caniggia. this was on a plate for the Argentinian and didn't really get enough contact on it to divert the ball away from Combe. Excellent play from Artero, and a chance missed for Dundee. Tweed to the marquee. Artero pulls off Hannah. Mzadze, strong enough. Lovely touch. Kanija given offside. Good play from Georgian Mzadze in setting up Kanija. This was Mzadze receiving the pass, holding off Miller's challenge, and then the lovely reverse pass for Kanija. Up went the flag. An aimless ball from Al Joffrey, given away to Kanija. Finally, David Hanna escorted it away from the penalty box. McQuillan's pass to Miller. Atangana. McQuillan on the overlap. Here's John McQuillan. And Naveda's header on target. But a comfortable save for Rocati. He was up well, was Naveda, but he didn't get too much power on the header. Skillful stuff from Mzadze. So skillful on the ball. It's a great run from Mzadze, almost through for Morocco. Well, that would have been something special. That ended with a goal, because this was delicious stuff from Mzadze, holding off Hannah. Great close control, and stretching out to intercept was John McQuillan. For Naveda, in he goes, almost. Looking for the little touch that will take that away from Rocati. Lacina with the ball through the middle, not far away. Won by McQuillan, taken on by Naveda. Naveda's shot blocked by Tweed. Good touch from Kanija. Artero. It's Javier Artero, and it's just wide. Good skills set up by Kanija. He turned inside Al Joffrey and tried to poke this one in at the far post. It was a few feet off target. Dundee again threatening. Combe was beaten, but the shot went wide. One ball from Barry Smith. Good header from Willie Faulkner, knocks it down for Kanija. Claudio Kanija trying to chip the ball over the head of Alan Combe. He's done it already since his arrival in Scottish football with that memorable strike against Motherwell, and that was the thought in his mind here, but didn't quite get enough on it. Down goes Ivano Bonetti. The challenge was by Craig Easton, and words to be had by Hugh Dallas. Set-piece opportunity for Ivano Bonetti. Flicked away by Jamie Buchan. And Mzadze has it. Brilliant. Finally the run ended by Jamie Buchan. Good challenge, doing exactly the job which Alex Smith gave to him pre-match. Now United on the counter. Through the middle to no great effect. Alex Smith happier with Dundee United's form in the last few matches, but they desperately need points. Here's Atangana. Deflected off to Markey. Rocco is headed away. In went Al-Joffrey. Ball from Barry Smith. Billy Faulkner. Caniggia with a chance. Claudio Caniggia with the breakthrough in the Dundee derby. And look how much the Dundee fans enjoyed that. Unlucky for Jamie Buchan at the outset. Willie Faulkner's pass and clinical finishing from the Argentinian. Goal started with that long ball from Barry Smith. It was chested by Buchan off Faulkner, and the reverse pass from Faulkner set up Caniggia for his third goal for Dundee. Time at Tannadice, he was a hero for Argentina in a couple of World Cups, and he'll be a hero for the Dundee fans if the scoreline stays this way. Claudio Caniggia's goal separates the two deadly rivals at Tannadice. He might well have been a villain for the Dundee supporters had the scoreline been blank at half-time, because this was a real chance for Caniggia, set up by good play from Artero, and failing to deliver the knockout blow that time. But he wasn't going to make the same mistake twice, and it was Willie Faulkner whose industry and awareness set up Caniggia in the penalty box in on Alan Combe, and there was little doubt this time that Caniggia was going to break the deadlock. Caniggia's goal for Dundee, and not much doubt that it's the men from across the road who've had more than the edge in the first half. They lead by a 1-0. It's United Nations on the pitch, 12 non-Scots out of the starting 22, and international interest in these television pictures. One goal between the deadly rivals at this stage. Dundee United with just 2 points to show this season from 14 matches. They've lost 30 goals, and the statistics for them are grim. Miscue by Ray. Leveda has a free kick. Here comes Charlie Miller. Good effort from Miller. Excellent technique, and you can say that of the goalkeeper as well. Solidly behind this, Marco Rocati. Watched it all the way and touched it over the crossbar. But this gives United a little bit of hope. It's Hasni Al-Joffrey to deliver the corner kick. Atangana unmarked. Flicked away by Tweed. The whistle's gone. Alarm bells going in the Dundee defence here, because Mevondo Atangana had no one near him, and it was DeMarchi who got in the way of his header, and there was the shove from Lucina, which meant the free kick. almost inevitable that John McQuillan was going to concede a free kick the minute he lost possession himself and tried to make up for it. But he was all over Caniggia there. Bonetti with the free kick. Caniggia almost in again. Good goalkeeping from Combe. He was alive to what was happening round about. The same couldn't be said for his defence, because they were certainly carved open there by the quickly taken free kick from Bonetti. Straight through the middle, no one on Caniggia, and it was Combe who was out to block. Faulkner's flick, and Caniggia nods it down for Artero. Barry Smith's pass. Artero couldn't get there before Combe. DeMarquis header. Bonetti loses out. Naveda into the box. Tatangana. Easton to Al Joffrey. And that's a good effort from David Hanna. Does that well, Hanna. Times his runs well from the midfield. And he was running across away from his marker here. It was a good header, and it was just a couple of feet too high. Watch for the appearance of David Hanna. Late for the ball in from Al Joffrey. And Rocati almost in trouble. Dundee United make a change, and it's Stephen McConaughey, 19-year-old, who comes on, and Atangana off. McQuillan back to Hanna. Miller getting away from Nimzanti. McConaughey, industrious up front. McQuillan, an early ball into the box, a miscue by Barry Smith. Fortunate that DeMarquis got it clear. Hanna back to McQuillan. United tried to keep some pressure on, punched away by Rocati. He found Nimzanti with his clearance. But United at the moment are trying to apply some pressure. Easton, Naveda's after it. And that's good goalkeeping again from Marco Rocati. Faulkner, Bonetti. They don't look totally happy with themselves at the back, do they, Dundee United? Barry Smith. Intended for Caniggia. And corner kick off John Lacina. Bonetti's corner kick. Again finding Caniggia in his near post berth. But he couldn't steer the header down. Otherwise this was 2-0. Good delivery from Bonetti. Speared in at that near post. Too high. Poor pass from McQuillan. Caniggia's flick, failing to find Faulkner. Passing at the moment from Dundee United, a big disappointment. Smith, Artero, Caniggia. Here comes Nimzanti. Sprinting from the midfield, Georgi Nimzanti! absolutely brilliant. A touch of class from the Georgian international captain. And the points now look as if they're heading across the road. There was little Alan Combe could do about this. He was left horribly exposed. The touch from Kanija picking out the run from Nemzadze. Alan Combe got his fingertips to the chip, but he couldn't prevent it ending up in the back of the net. Superb stuff. And now 2-0 Dundee. There was nothing Jamie Buchan could do as Nemzadze burst clear. Kanija showing a great appetite for the game. Good skill from Kanija. Gavin Ray, and here's Artero! Great chance for number 3 for Dundee. This was a golden opportunity after tremendous work by Kanija, strength and skill. A good ball into the box, and gloriously unmarked at the far post was Artero. Should have done better. Down for John McQuillan. Up goes Stephen McConaughey. A good effort by the teenager. Not the biggest on the field by a long way, but he was well up here, hanging in the air for the header, beating Smith, and it was just inches wide of the far post. Willie Faulkner's done a good job for Dundee. He's off, and it's the hat-trick man from the Tannadice from the Dens Park Tayside derby, Juan Sara, who's on. Corner kick given. Charlie Miller gets the benefit of the doubt. And there's a touch from Navida, and a chance right in front of goal for Charlie Miller. And he can't believe he didn't put that in the back of the net to give Dundee United some hope that they might salvage something from the game. A close-range header, 5 yards out from Miller. And so disappointed that he couldn't steer that one down. For Dundee, Artero off. And it's Beto Carranza who's on. End of the match for Nevada. And striker for striker, Stephen Thompson's on. Good skills from Carranza. For Bonetti. And that's a free kick. In a very inviting position, conceded by Craig Easton. Direct play from Bonetti, and a rash challenge from Easton. Might well have held off. Can Dundee put the icing on the cake? Carranza, good effort. Solid save from Alan Combe. Chipped towards the top corner. Less than 4 minutes left of the Dundee derby. Juan Sara. Still it's Sara. Well, a corner kick is the outcome, after it looked for a moment as if Udalis was going to give a penalty kick, but won the ball well. In from Nemzadze. Combe has it, and now McQuillan. Not much time left for Dundee United, 3 minutes plus stoppage time. And they're 2 behind. Taunting from the Dundee fans to their rivals. You've only got 2 points is the cry. And it doesn't look like they're going to add to that tally. Handball by Bonetti. Free kick quickly taken by Miller. Thompson down from McConaughey. And Marcelo Morocco prevented the corner kick. Very dominant in his own penalty box is Rakati. Driven in by John McQuillan and driven away by Stephen Tweed. In from Miller, Thompson up and hooked away by Tweed. McConaughey trying to apply scoring touch at the far post after Stephen Thompson's header down. Clearance by Easton. There haven't been too many chances in this match for Dundee United. Stephen Thompson well up, well above Barry Smith, but Tweed there before McConaughey. To Morocco. We're inside the 3rd minute of added time. And the outcome is in, no doubt. Bonetti with the free kick. Beto Carranza. Corner kick 1. Turned behind by David Partridge. And that's the last action of the match. The final whistle has gone. And it's 2 wins out of 2 for Dundee in the Tayside derby this season. Claudio Caniggia gave Dundee the lead in the first half, and a glorious goal from Georgi Nemzadze made sure the spoils of victory were heading across the road to Dens Park, and the misery continues for Alex Smith and Dundee United. 2 points from 15 games played, and they remain marooned at the bottom of the SPL. In contrast, it's joy for these Dundee supporters who will make the most of this result until these two meet again. At Tannadice, Dundee United 0, Dundee 2.
It was important to try to win because we lost the last 3 games, and then bring points in this time, it was very, very important. And double important because derby, we know everyone that is very important for us, for the club, for the fans obviously. And then tonight we are happy, yeah.
It was a disappointing result. There were spells in the game I thought we played well, particularly the spell in the second half where we hemmed them in. And in the first half when we lost a goal, we were the team in the ascendancy at the time. And we made an error again and allowed them to score the first goal. And that's what's been happening to us. Every game we've played, we've never been confident to say we can attack teams and know that we're not going to lose a bad one. The first goal was a bad mistake from our team, and the second one wasn't much better either. But I felt we got mugged twice.
How much part of the squad do you feel? There's been so many foreigners brought in by Ivano Bonetti.
I think he's tried to bring the boys together. You know, I mean, obviously it's hard with the language barrier as well, but I think football around the world is a language on its own. You know, so you've just to get on with it.
It looked early on in the season as if you might be squeezed out of things.
Yeah, that's right. It's just one of these things that the players that the manager brought in. You know, all these foreign boys that had come in, but. The Scottish boys have just worked hard, you know, and it's shown now 1 or 2 years coming into the team.
Charlie, you look as if you're enjoying being back in Scottish football.
Yeah, enjoyed it. Enjoyed it today apart from the result. Same as last week. Played well, created a lot of chances, and we lost again. So it's not a very good start.
You've come into a side, of course, which is low on confidence because the results have gone against Dundee United.
I wouldn't say it's low on confidence, Rob. So we've been playing well. We've created chances, just hasn't hit the back of the net. We're confident. We're playing well. Dundee, 2 good finishes today for Dundee, but we know we shot ourselves in the foot. We were on top both times when we gave the goals away. So we know we have to just stop doing stupid mistakes, and then the luck will come.
You have to compete in this sort of game because it's tough in a derby.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. All the derby all over the world are very tough, and it was tonight because they are in trouble, and then. We tried to win. It was quite good, honestly. I think at the end of the day, for the Dundee, it was good to win, and then we had done, probably. It's good. The
confidence is starting to come back again. There was some spells in the game where we played reasonably well, and we put a lot into the game. The difference was, as a World Cup player, getting half a chance, and he knocks it into the back of the net. We haven't got that kind of quality up front at the moment.
So what can you do now?
Well, we've just to keep working away. We keep bringing in new players if we need to bring in new players. But we've got to keep believing in what we're trying to do and hope that we can get some kind of results that can get the confidence up and get the results going away.
It's 3 derby wins in a row now for Dundee. United have gone 20 SPL games without a victory. Gordon, you watched the whole game on tape tonight. Were Dundee worthy winners?
In the end they were, yeah, because they could finish. I mean, that was the difference between the two sides. As Alex Smith said there, United had chances. They had good spells in the game where they had a bit of pressure as well, but they couldn't finish. And you always felt watching it that the chances were going to come along and Dundee United were going to lose a goal because they were a bit slack at times at the back themselves. But I have to say that overall it was a very good match, a very enjoyable derby match to watch between the two sides. But at the moment Dundee have obviously got more confidence. They've got the upper hand over United.
They've brought in the class, the skill as well. 1 or 2 good individual performances, including Georgi Nemzadze, who you want to highlight tonight. Yeah,
he's an excellent player. There's no doubt that he's a very skillful player. When he plays, he doesn't always do enough in my mind. Watching a few of their games, he can disappear out the game at the time. But look at this lovely run. It was a real last-ditch challenge. I would say leg out there from McQuillan just to get the ball. But I mean, he's very skillful. Look at the lovely turn again here. Jamie Bucket does brilliantly this time just to rob him. But he creates as well, and he's very, very good player in terms of going and supporting things. He gets beyond the midfield and he gets right against the heart of defences, and this is his goal. A lovely touch. It might have just been fouled there, but this is a brilliant finish. I mean, getting into that position, he just knocks it over the goalkeeper's head. Probably a candidate for goal of the month for next month, isn't it? But he's played at the highest level. He's played in Italian football, and you can see there the confidence and the skill to go and finish, and that's what makes him a very good signing for Dundee. And you can understand why. I mean, we heard the manager saying there that they'd lost 3 games in a row, but the Dundee fans weren't getting impatient. I guess if they're watching that sort of football on a weekly basis, that helps. Absolutely. Well, I watched 2 of those games. I've seen the whole game, and I didn't think Dundee were playing well at all. One player who was, I think, performing on a week-to-week basis is Kanija. I think that, once again today, but even in the games we were losing, he was still an outstanding performer. There was a concern among some people that he might be here almost for a holiday to take the cash. From what you've seen so far, it looks like very much as if he is here and determined to do a job. Absolutely. I think that he's been a real inspiration to them. He's still a very skillful player. He's still a very fit player. And they must be taking chipping classes at Dundee these days. Well, he needs more, obviously. No, he's not bad at it, but that's audacious. It's inspirational, and I think he's very inventive. That's the main thing about him. Look at the ability he has here to go past people You know, he's not looking to get brought down. He wants to get past and get in the box. He creates for others as well. And inspired signing. I'm glad it's working out that way, because I was very excited about him coming to the club. But this is a bad goal for them, for Dundee United to lose. I'm highlighting this because they should have done better here. They've caught in a 2v2 situation. Young David McCracken has got Knigia with him. Look how deep Knigia's coming from here. And as it rolls on here, the film goes on, you can just see the little run Knigia makes. McCracken stops because he sees another run coming from Gavin Ray. So they actually caught 3 against 2, and they end up Knigia's through. The young lad might have been better just stepping out and catching him offside. But in the main, he's caught in 2 minds really. But Knigia finishes it really well.
And do you feel that Knigia is only going to get better the more games he plays?
He must do. I mean, if he can keep his fitness. I mean, we didn't know the state of his fitness when he came, but right from day one, he's come into Dundee's side. And I said, I've watched a couple of games recently. Dundee haven't played anywhere near as I was told they were playing, and other fans would expect. But in the games I saw, even when Dundee weren't playing well, Knigia did well, and I think he's been inspirational to the team. And today, because it was a derby match, maybe they'll get better performances all round from the Dundee team, and Knigia once again a star performer.
We're looking for bright spots for United. Charlie Miller's performance, I gather he did well in his debut at Motherwell last week, and again he caught the eye this afternoon, didn't he?
They're encouraging things for Alex Smith to take from this game. That's a fantastic strike. Yeah. He'll score goals, Charlie Miller. I mean, he's got a lot of ability. That's a good free kick as well. Good save from the keeper. But he's curled that over the wall. But he's a player who, you know, he can actually make the play a lot of times, but he'll also go and join in. He'll play just off the strikers. And it's, as I say, it must be very encouraging for Alex Smith that already he's looking like a player that might do something for him. I mean, there's another chance goes a big. I mean, he's knocked over the bar, but it's a difficult one. Watch this. They all miss it, and all he can do is quickly put his head on it. But from Alex Smith's point of view, they were encouraging signs because he did play well. It doesn't look as if there's a lack of confidence there. They played good football at times in the game. And don't forget, he's got likes of DeVos and Loughlin to come back in the side.
And there. Jamie Fullerton too, who he's just signed.
Jamie Fullerton's just signed. He'll need games. He only came on as a substitute today, but he's a strong player, a real captain, leader type. So I think from that point of view, then these 3 players will make a difference.